welcome to Season 3, Episode 16 of Pro Wrestling's Top 50. I'm your host, Travis McNeil, and today we continue our countdown of the top 50 matches in ECW history with match number 35 on our list, which is the match between Rey Mysterio Jr. and Psicosis from the Gangsta's Paradise event held on September the 16th of 1995. This is a very historic match because it was the first, I'm going to say, real United States exposure to the AAA Lucha Libre style at the time. And the reason I say that is there was the Worlds Collide pay-per-view in late 94, which I've mentioned in previous videos surrounding Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, of course, came into ECW post when Worlds Collide. And, you know, Eddie Guerrero is that AAA luchador, but a very different style than what Rey and Psicosis bring, right? Eddie's that traditional rudo, works that technical style. Sure, he takes big risks as well, but these two guys are your quintessential, you know, lucha libre, daredevil high flyers. Both of these guys are incredible pioneers with what they did in the early and mid-90s, and, you know, were I'm going to say, completely responsible with that style exploding in the cruiserweight division in WCW. So this is an incredibly historic match. Both of these guys are coming in, making their debut in the ECW arena, and this is, like I said, this match is the catalyst for that Lucha Libre explosion that we would start to see. These guys would go on to top themselves through other matches in their careers. This match is shorter, it doesn't get as completely wild as some of those other matches, but it is still so unbelievably good. And then you add that historical aspect onto it, and it's a more than worthy inclusion on this list. The ECW arena crowd completely loses their collective minds and becomes unglued for some of the sequences these guys throw out. And the thing I'll say about the Rey and Psicosis matches is Psicosis gets a little bit of a raw deal in these matches because he's so integral for being the base to everything that Rey does. And, you know, it's 50-50, right? Rey is obviously this complete freak of nature when it comes to the athletics, but Psicosis does his part so well in basing and bumping for everything Rey does. And he still gets a shine, too. He's still a crazy daredevil and does his own cool moves. But I find that all of the Rey and Psicosis matches, at least stateside, are really focused around showing off Rey Mysterio. And this match is a prime example of it. So very quickly on, they establish, you know, that Rey Jr., you know, he's got maybe that little bit of a speed advantage, and Psicosis is frustrated because of it. Rey snaps off an arm drag right off the hop. Psicosis bails to the floor. Psicosis comes back in, and these guys just hit some absolutely phenomenal sequences that still hold up amazingly well. What are we now, 26 years later? So as good as this was in 1995, the things that these guys do in the opening of this match are just as good, if not better, than everything you see the elite high flyers do today. Just incredible, tricked out, you know, arm drags and things of that nature. There's an awesome spot that these guys would actually do a lot where Psicosis kind of runs in and Rey sweeps his feet out with a kick, and Psicosis basically, you know, lands on the ropes with his legs, but he bounces off them back into a backflip, and they keep going with their sequence. It's amazing. And again, just what a testament to both of these guys that they were doing this in 95, and it still is you know, takes your breath away today. Rey Mysterio, someday I will wax poetic on Rey Mysterio a lot more than I'm going to in this video. I truly feel he is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. I don't think anybody else touches him. The incredible high quality that he's put through forever, and just the consistency there, and the duration of his career it's unparalleled. Rey Mysterio is amazing. So in this match, you know, Psicosis does get his moment in the sun. He gets, you know, an extended run of offense with that frustration growing because he can't put Rey away. He hits a power bomb and a big flapjack. Rey again, makes a bit of a comeback. Psicosis misses, that corner charge, kind of seated senton or drop kick, whatever it is that he always tries to do and misses. He misses that into the corner. Rey busts out a springboard Rana, which would eventually become the West Coast Pop, a twisting Rana. He gives Psicosis a monkey flip while they're on the ring apron, and Psicosis takes a big bump off the top of the ring post. Just amazing, amazing stuff. Psicosis gets the guillotine leg drop for 2, a powerbomb for 2, a tumbleweed for 2. All of these big moves that he can't put Rey away with. He ends up going for another charge in the corner, misses, bails out to the floor. Really neat spot where Rey, fakes out a dive and basically does like the tiger feint kick, right? Which, would become an offensive maneuver later in his career as the 619. But, he kind of hits that, swirls around the ropes. And what Psicosis does to avoid the kick is he bails into the crowd. But as he's in the crowd, Rey, of course, hits a big springboard crossbody into the crowd, which was amazing. The crowd is losing their minds. Again, they hadn't really seen anything of that sort at this point in 95. We get back in the ring for the finish where Rey hits a big-time running Rana off the top on Psicosis to barely squeak out the win, to a great reaction from the crowd. This match is incredible. It sets the stage for what is to come later from these guys. It is incredibly historic, as I mentioned. You can watch it on the WWE Network. It could be on Peacock. It's been on countless Rey Mysterio DVDs through the years too, if you can track those down. You can track me down continuously here by following me on Instagram and Twitter at Wrestling50, subscribing to the channel here on YouTube so that you never miss a video, and joining me again tomorrow as we continue to count down Pro Wrestling's Top 50. Top 50.